people laughed at me. They laughed at me. My body weight went down to 198 pounds. I didn't even look like a bodybuilder anymore. You know, when I said I wanted to make a comeback, they laughed, called me delusional. All this, all that. Blah, 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 blah. That's all I heard. But I just want you to know one thing. If you have a dream and a goal and everything in your mind and something deep down in your heart, don't let it go. If that thing is burning down inside, you need to go back to that place, because I did it. And I'm glad I did.
What's up? It is 62 degrees out, and so I'm gonna take the dog on a walk for sure today. I'm going to a different walking spot that's like a little longer out, but I'm trying to switch up the views and shit and try not to lose my mind. But yeah, feeling really good with my body and the package I'm bringing. Pause on that. I mean, packaged by the physique I'm gonna bring by the end of this. And I think the more and more I get lean week by week, I think the crazier and crazier this cut's gonna be at the end. I'm not a cocky person, but I think the end of my cut is going to look a lot different from everyone else's that used to be formerly fat, because I've waited so long to actually cut to where I've just built a shit ton of muscle mass underneath, and a lot of people don't believe me. I am natural. And when I started this, I was like 250 natural with some definition, and now we're at 235. So yeah, like, we can naturally carry a lot of muscle mass as it is. So yeah, but today I stayed up till like midnight talking to someone. So I don't know, tired today. Gonna get a Gatorade or something, or a big water, and some type of caffeine so that I can go on this walk. So on the walk, beautiful out here. So in the 1800s to 1900s, this spot I'm walking in, and kind of like around where I live, it was the most dangerous spot in the whole entire world in the early 1900s and late 1800s, full of outlaws and Indians everywhere, and lots of fort battles were fought here, and lots of massacres were here. If I was walking with my dog here in the 1800s, I'd probably already get stopped right now and robbed, and then shot and killed and left. My body left here. This road and where I'm at in the mountains was a very, very dangerous spot to be at during like the movements of the Oregon Trail and shit like that. But yeah, not really nervous about anyone now, because I know everyone here. So we're gonna see how many steps we could get walking up this mountain. And if we like the walk, I'm gonna bring the weighted vest next time and just walk by myself without my dog and try to like get a time going up this thing. I'm only gonna go halfway up it because I do got my dog, but I think the full walk up here would be like fucking like 20,000 steps just from the bottom to the top of this small mountain. I hope you guys know the shit I just showed, we don't really even call mountains. We call these hills. The actual mountains are about 5,000 feet higher than these. Also, I would just like to ask you guys, Christians to Christians, to please pray for moisture for the spring and summer of these lands. Yes, it's a nice day out and it's February, but it's also not a really good sign either, because that means this summer, if we don't get moisture, lots of fires are going to happen and lots of ranches are going to get ruined if there's no moisture. Like, I can already see green grass up here. Almost halfway there. All I'm doing is halfway. I'm a kind of a dumbass. I'm seeing a lot of dead animals and tracks. It's a public road and people drive on it. Like, some guy just drove by me and offered me some water, but this walk is awesome so far. I've just head on a swivel in case I see some fucking wolves or something. I highly doubt wolves, but maybe bears. I don't know. But we're almost there. Then we're gonna turn around. Dude, I love this walk. This fresh air up on this mountain. I mean, I might change my routine to where I wake up at like 4 a.m. and wear a weighted vest and walk up this bitch with a Glock 19 just in case. I'm just gonna let Oakley walk without a leash, but this is still rural land, so there might be fucking snakes and coyotes, shit like that, but she would probably take them on all. She's like a 90-pound dog. So here we are. The truck's all the way down there. So where I'm from, we have like a tradition thing here for the dead, and people have been doing this since like the 1970s up here, but it's a bunch of white rocks on this red dirt hill, and we'll put the names of people who have passed, and also people will ask like, will you marry me? And some of my buddies have put like, so and so is gay and stuff like that. Last year I put a cross up here. It's all washed out now, but you got like class of 25, and my class never did that. We all basically hated each other, but you got couples initials, something plus something. There's some up here, then there's some all scattered around here to write out stuff. The sagebrush used to not be here. So my phone says that was only like 2,000 to 3,000 steps, which is ridiculous. But if you're noticing, some of the workouts got Irish music. I've been watching a lot of like A Night of the Seven Kingdoms and looking more into my ethnicity and family history. And like nowadays, like people just like, I don't know, I think your ethnicity and your history of your family is like really cool, and like you gotta think about it, millions and millions of years of DNA and people meeting each other for you to exist and look the way you are. And I think that ethnicity and your DNA and genes has a lot more to do with your life and how you live, more than people think. It's not just like some cool, oh, I'm this and that. Like, I love listening about other people's ethnicity and history. History was always my favorite class in high school. I always passed that shit with an A+ because I loved history. I just hated the work, like the homework, because some of it was just boring. Like, you know, and even if it's like something your ancestors did in the past that's bad, that doesn't mean you are. You get me? Like, yeah, it's bad that your ancestors might have been a part of something that was, but also, like, that's still your DNA, you know? So technically it's still cool. Like, I got one person, one like ancestor that fought for the South in the Civil War. But if you people actually do your research, a lot of them South and North people, kind of like the draft, were forced to fight. And if you lived in either or, basically the Confederation or the Union would threaten to kill you and your family if you didn't fight in it. I know this because my last name's Burnell, and the Burnell Castle in Wales, England, somehow he must have been a direct descendant from England, because he's buried in the funeral home there beside the castle. And so, like I was saying, my earliest ancestor, Robert Burnellis, Bishop of England for King Henry at the time, one of the King Henrys, I think he was the third. And once they started killing a bunch of Catholics, he quit being a bishop and had kids. And them kids were knights and jousters, and they made their own family crest, shield thing, for them being knights. And Robert Burnellis and two other of his boys are buried at that funeral home with like this cool decorative knight cast on top of the caskets. And you know, there's a lot of other Burnells out there, and they think that they're the same or we're related. But unlike them, my family has actual documents and actual papers that prove that we came directly from there. And then there's other Brunels and YouTube videos and comments thinking that they were related to them just because of their last name, but we actually have proof. So it's like so badass, because now my Knight ancestors are like, bro thinks he's tough because he like is jacked and stuff. Meanwhile, I was fighting people on a horse. Like, it's kind of funny though, because it's like, if your ancestors were to look down on you right now, and like they probably went through like the coolest, hardest shit in the medieval times, like the bubonic plague and the dancing plague and all that shit in Europe, and then they're just looking at you and they're like, get a load of this guy, he thinks he's all that.
My ancestors, who had to hunt and fight wild animals for food, watching me have a panic attack over calling to order pizza.
Like, my ancestors died and fought for the future of our generation, for me to get pissed off at Madden at night when I'm done with everything. But yeah, I think if you guys are watching this, feel free to comment down below if you know about your ethnicity and history. I know a lot about mine because for my 13th birthday, I took a DNA ancestry test. So I know exactly what I am. But I love listening to other people and their stories and ethnicity. I think it's really cool. And is there a car coming? Okay. I'm gonna finish this walk, drop the dog off, and head to the gym. I'm only at like 4,000 some calories. Whoa. Steps. So, yeah, after the workout, I'm gonna walk a little more with a weighted vest to finish up the 10,000. But, yeah. Up the dog off, played a little Fallout 4 and some Madden while I drank my pre-workout. And yeah, I already know the endings, and I'm a nerd about Fallout 4. If I had to get a tattoo of any like show or video game, it would be Halo, the anime Berserk, or Fallout. But here's the thing, right? I grew up kind of poor, so I never played the newest Fallout games, or like I would only be allowed to have like one video game a year. My parents would say, you either get one big expensive thing or several like pieces of clothes or something that's cheap. And I always picked the one big expensive thing because I knew it would last longer. But I got asked the other day by a kid that's like in high school or so that watches my workouts, and they told me like I did this and that for legs. Is that good enough? Listen, if you're like under 18, first off, I need you to take a deep breath and first just learn the basics, okay? Like, learn what your limit is, train your ass off, start out with like 2 to 3 sets per workout, and try to do at least 3 workouts per muscle group, and each workout have 3 sets. But keep it very simple. Watch guys on YouTube working out. Don't fall into the CrossFit bullshit, the endurance bullshit. unless you're a cross-country runner or stuff like that, or you like that endurance stuff. I watch bodybuilders. I don't give a shit if they're on steroids. Their workouts work. It doesn't matter what you're on. I follow and copy a lot of bodybuilders' workouts, and the results are working. So you find someone you like on YouTube and you copy their workouts. Like, I'm a huge Nick Walker and Derek Lunsford fan, so I watch them a lot. I like their intensity, and I like Nick Walker's vibe a lot. Also, I'm a big classic physique guy, so I watch Mike Summerfield a lot, and I'm trying to think, Chris.
She's a reality bitch.
I really hate the way I look. Invert the camera, turn the beauty filter up. If they don't see me how I see me, that's enough. I'll fall in love with a person that's not really me. The real me hates me, the real me ain't me. The real me hates me, I'm my worst enemy. The real me hates me, the real me ain't me. The real me hates me, I'm my worst enemy.
Yo, can you come take a picture?
Yeah.
Wait, make sure you get the right angles.
There's always bags under my eyes. No matter what I do, I always see those lines. But I can fix it with the filter online. So who am I? Am I a lie? Am I something that I made up in my mind? When I look in the mirror, I see a face full of fear. Cause it's not the person with clear skin. No, not the person they see when I go and edit my post. I'm losing all self-control. The person I used to know is turning into a ghost. So who am I? The real me hates me. The real me ain't me. The real me hates me, I'm my worst enemy. The real me hates me. The real me ain't me. The real me hates me, I'm my worst enemy.
I've been dating this girl for the past 6 years. We've been together since 7th grade. Recently she went off to college, and things have been kind of weird since then. And I think she's getting to the point now where she wants to break up. I just love her, and I'm really scared of what's going to happen, I guess. So my questions are, how do people deal with a long-distance relationship?
You have to find yourself now. You have to find out who you are. Somewhat separate from her. Those thoughts in your head that she doesn't care, or she's not thinking about you, or she's dating or doing other things. But you can do it. I don't need you. The only person I need is me.
Armored cars and tanks and guns came to take away our sons, but every man must stand behind the men behind the wire. Armored cars and tanks and guns came to take away our sons, but every man must stand behind the men behind the wire. In little streets of Belfast in the dark of early morn. British soldiers came running, breaking little homes with scorn. Hear the sobs of crying children, dragging fathers from their bed. Watch the scene as helpless mothers watch the blood fall from their heads. Armored cars and tanks and guns came to take away our sons, but every man must stand behind the men behind the wire. Armored cars and tanks and guns came to take away our sons, but every man must stand behind the men behind the wire. Not for them a judge or jury, or indeed a crime at all. Being Irish means they're guilty, so they're guilty one and all. Round the world the truth will echo, Cromwell's men are here again. England's name again is sullied in the eyes of honest men. Armored cars and tanks and guns came to take away our sons, but every man must stand behind the men behind the wire. Armored cars and tanks and guns came to take away our sons, but every man must stand behind the men behind the wire. Proudly march behind our banner, proudly march behind our men. We will have them free to help us build a nation once again. On the people step together, proudly marching on your way. Never fear or never falter till the boys come home to stay. Armored cars and tanks and guns came to take away our sons, but every man must stand behind the men behind the wire. Armored cars and tanks and guns came to take away our sons, but every man must stand behind the men behind the wire.
Весняночка, весняночка, де ти зимувала, й осадочко на клиночку, сорочечку